The screen flickers to life, showing a globe slowly spinning. Headlines flash across the screen. Tensions escalate, nuclear threat looms, world leaders fail to reach agreement. Hurried military preparations, tanks rolling through deserted streets, fighter jets screaming across the sky, soldiers bidding tearful goodbyes to loved ones. In homes across the world, families huddle around flickering television screens, their faces etched with anxiety. The faces of world leaders captured in grainy news footage are grim, their words measured. The threat of nuclear war, once a distant nightmare, has become an all-too-real possibility. But even as the drums of war beat louder, a faint glimmer of hope persists. Survival is not merely a matter of chance, it is a choice. Here are 10 steps that could save your life. In the animal kingdom, it is often the creature most attuned to its surroundings that survives. To combat the threat of nuclear war, we must first understand it. Educate yourselves on the nature of nuclear weapons, the devastating effects of their blast, the invisible but insidious threat of radiation. Knowledge is not fear-mongering, it is empowerment. Understanding the science, grim as it may be, is the first step in preparing for the potential consequences. In the animal kingdom, communication can mean the difference between life and death. In the event of a nuclear crisis, information will be our lifeline. Invest in a battery-powered radio, a critical tool when the power grid fails. Trust only verified sources of information. In the natural world, creatures often store provisions in preparation for lean times. Assemble an emergency kit, stocked with essentials for survival, enough non-perishable food and water to last your family for at least 2 weeks. Include a first aid kit, essential medications, a hand-crank weather radio, and copies of important documents. Store your kit in a cool, dry place, easily accessible in case of an emergency. When faced with danger, many animals seek refuge in burrows, dens, or the hollows of trees. Identify potential shelters in your area, basements, underground parking garages, or buildings with thick concrete walls. If you live in an area prone to earthquakes, ensure your chosen shelter can also withstand seismic activity. Familiarize yourself with the quickest and safest routes to these shelters. In the animal kingdom, cooperation is often key to survival. Connect with your neighbors, share your knowledge and resources, and establish a support system. In the aftermath of a disaster, your neighbors may be your only lifeline. Remember, there is strength in numbers. In the wild, survival often hinges on an animal's ability to react instinctively to danger. Regularly practice evacuation and shelter-in-place drills with your family. Familiarize yourself with the routes to your designated shelter. Establish communication protocols. These drills may seem tedious, but they could mean the difference between life and death. Consider the humble termite mound, a marvel of engineering that protects its inhabitants. Seal windows and doors with duct tape and plastic sheeting to prevent radioactive dust from entering. If possible, reinforce basement walls and ceilings. Every effort you take to secure your home is a step towards mitigating the risks of radiation exposure. In the aftermath of a disaster, maintaining hygiene becomes crucial. Stockpile sanitation supplies, soap, hand sanitizer, bleach, garbage bags, and toilet paper. A compromised immune system is more susceptible to infection, and in a post-nuclear world, even a minor illness can quickly escalate. While physical preparation is paramount, we must not neglect the importance of mental fortitude. Prepare mentally by learning stress management techniques, deep breathing exercises, meditation, or yoga. Cultivate a sense of hope and purpose. This inner strength will be our greatest asset in the face of adversity. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, let us never forget that peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice. Support organizations working towards nuclear disarmament. Engage in dialogue, promote understanding, and be a voice for peace in your community. Let us choose hope over fear, dialogue over destruction. The narrator's voice softens, taking on a tone of quiet reflection. The globe, once awash in the harsh red glow of potential conflict, slowly returns to its natural hues of blue and green. By following these steps, you stand a chance in the face of uncertainty. You empower yourself with the knowledge and the tools to protect yourself and your loved ones. People think it can never happen to us. A normalcy bias envelops civilization. Evil people have a finger on a button that can wipe humanity off this earth in 45 minutes. However, we must first accept this as not just a possibility, but a probability. We are closer to World War III, and I do not wish people to be afraid. However, we need to be proactive and stop this madness before it's too late.